Greetings, greetings, greetings. Taking a walk in the evening here. This papaya tree growing beside the road. And can anyone tell me what is this? It's odd, isn't it? I don't know how many more of these are left in Barbados, but here in part of the island where I live, they're still here, still being used. Look at the size of that bunch of bananas. Wow. But and last time I saw one of these in the Philippines was what? Can't remember. In the Philippines, they grow their fruit a little bit later in the year, I think. Maybe June. Around June, I believe. My younger days as a child, this used to be the place where me and my friends, about this time of the evening, the monkeys passed through. And we followed them all the way back up. Used to be a stream down to here. But now, like most of Barbados has become owned by some Caucasian, some even far as Australia. And instead of planting fruit trees, lawns are being grown. And funny thing is now that even like Barbadians that returning from diaspora or their children are now planting lawns instead of trees, fruit trees. When I was a child, we used to beat these and dry them, make all kinds of baskets and other kind of items. But now I think of the past. These were the way, this is how fences were grown in the old days. When I say the old days, my dad and aunts and other people I know. Nobody had a metal fence because these things could be used. Used to be a coffee tree right here when I was probably about 3, 4, 5 years old. A lot of coffee trees along here and up there in that area to there. A lot of coffee trees. If you were in Africa or anywhere in the Caribbean, actually, well, not sure. Not everywhere in the Caribbean. But you know what this tree is. Uh-oh, come on. Out of the road. Well, everybody knows what that one is. But this one, those fruits there, when I was younger, they used to cut the after the fruit go to a certain size, they pick them and cut them in half, salad bowls, and every kind of bowl to store stuff in. So there they are, singing to each other. One time, my aunt taught me the names for all of these grasses, and each one has got a different scent and a different use. Every one of them. And we're going back to that time. Now America is cut off. Wow. Anybody remember what this is? That tree. Wow. Say hello. Good evening. Every one of them got a beautiful scent. Now I'm walking. It's like memories. This plant here makes a beautiful tea. The scent is so nice. I know you know what it is. So. Say bye-bye. Come on, Mika. But
come on, look ahead of you.
That's what, yep. One of the things about the area where we live in is traffic. Very little traffic. You can walk, run, sit in the street. That's what the kids do. Besides this beautiful day, there's some other things going on here. A lot of discussion about the certain African bank that's being built or investing in Barbados. And people in Barbados are discussing it philosophically. As always, Bajans are philosophers at heart, either in politics and history and everything that you can think about. But it's the way it is. And same old story, whatever America does, touches these shores. And continued discussion about every action that Donald Trump takes. Wow, over the back of the hill.
You gonna go down? Sure.
No, I'm not going through there. Not me. No, no. I used to do that when I was a kid, 4, 5, 6 years old. Today, no. This tree, when it's got fruit on it, shoot, whew.
That is like babaw.
It looks like a baobab tree, but it's not. It does look like a baobab tree, but it's not.
But yeah, it still
Has
smells. Look at
yeah,
it. No.
the fruits have this really nice smell, except when they fall on the ground and rot. Then they smell terrible. uh, but they make juice of these fruits.
What's that? Apple mango?
Apple juice.
Apple juice. Apple mango.
This is the apple, the Caribbean actually. Well,
You
I
go
saw them in
home.
Africa too. You saw them in Africa.
You go home, get your juice. Mika, you just heard the juice. Now you want juice.
But as I was saying before, I was distracted by the memories. Barbados, there's people follow the trends, you know, and just like you see the war starting in America, and I don't want to tell you what I think about the war, but I'm going to ask a question. Suppose you wake up one morning, cars coming around the corner. Evening. Suppose you wake up one morning and see, and there's silence. No traffic on the roads, no people. You would normally be going to work that day. Weekday, just like any other. But all you hear is the sound of aircraft, and not passenger aircraft, military aircraft. The streets are empty. No people, no traffic. Not even police cars. What would you be thinking if you observe something like that? What would you be thinking if 3 years from now, where you are in Africa or anywhere else in the world, and you hear that presidents in Europe and Africa and America are all being put on trial? All right, how are you? What would your reaction be? Will it be awe, fear, joy? What will you be thinking? Would you be worried about the events? Some of you will never, ever think of a time when there's such chaos on the planet. And if it should happen, and I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but if it should, what would you do? How would you survive? No shops open, no place to buy food. And you're not even able to go out of your house. Even. Those of you who listen to what I say in my videos, I would like you to consider that scenario. Maybe you want to sit down and write Maybe you want to sit down and write, if this come to pass, what would I do? What would my actions be? Those of you in Africa, and America, I'd like you to do the same. Consider what your actions would be. Normally, people don't look at what's going on in the world and plan. They expect their governments will plan for them. But you see, in Africa, governments don't grow their own food. America is a place where the government will help farmers to grow their own food and grow food enough to export. Africa doesn't do that. Barbados doesn't do that. Most of the countries in the Caribbean don't do that. They expect to be fed by somebody else. So when an event like one I described occurs, or it's not even occur, is something that is specifically done. Things don't happen by accident. I told you there's no such thing as an accident. you'll tell me I'm lying, but events come together. You know, when I leave home to drive to Bridgetown, do I expect to meet somebody driving in the car? Meaning going through a light because they were distracted by something else? That's not an accident. That's somebody not paying the attention and going through the light. But that's what you're supposed to be focused on driving instead of paying attending to something else. So when your government don't plan for events like that, guess what happens? After that, well, guess what happens? Tell me what happens when you wake up in the morning and you can't go outside because you go outside. There's a martial law and you can't go outside. You don't have any food in the house. No cars running outside. You can't call anybody to say, bring me some food. Can't go to the doctor. Those of you who are ill. No schools open. You're not going to work. What will you do then? Have a great day wherever you are. Peace.